Hello and welcome back to a new episode of Comfy Cozy Completionist. And yeah, we are going to sleep like we always do in the start. Okay, we found a place that is worth investigating for a base location. It has it all. There is swamp, and there is plains, and there is mistlands, and there is forest, and there is also a mountain. So I think we're gonna go investigate that a little bit more once we killed that big old dragon. But for today, we're gonna go and jump over to the smoldering tomb and see that we get that box. So we want to have smoldering here. And we might want to, well, we have well, that does not connect. Let's try tomb. There we go. Well, we have the silver sword. That does slash damage, but also spirit damage, and that should be sufficient to get that thing killed. So, gonna be doing that, I guess. Let's see what we've got here. Okay, let's go left, 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 left is always what I used to do. Gonna get a lot of bones here. Do we need some yellow mushrooms? Not really, I think. That's quite dark in here. Okay, let's see. There is another... Ow. Ow. Okay, there is nothing more here. So then, now the straight door. All of the skeletons in here have at least 1 star. So be aware of that if you're doing that. You don't want to do that without good enough armor to be able to survive a lot of starred skeletons. So that is that one. Ah, there she is. Okay, I do want to fight that thing out here. If I can, if that thing can come here. Yeah, that was what I was afraid of. That thing lit me on fire. Ooh, that hurts. Let's get out of here so we can regain a little bit of balance here. I think we might want to probably go with that. And this thing is... lighting me on fire constantly. Not fun. Lit me on fire again. Better get out of here. So yeah. That fight is not easy. I better get out of here. I don't advise to try that while you are on forest level gear. As you can see, I'm playing on hard, so it is a little bit harder. Gonna wait for a tick here or two, because I do not have that many potions with me. I'd like to have 120 or something here. Once we kill Brenna, the remainder of the dungeon should be quite easy. It's only starred skeletons there. Come on, give me another tick or two. One more, come on. Tick, tick. There we go. Oh, not this time. There we go. Okay, that was the master of the dungeon. Now we have a lot of skellies here that we can just get rid of. That is not really difficult anymore once the master of the dungeon is out of the way. Okay, that was that. And then there is only that one here left, and that is probably nothing. Okay. So there, we've got it. We got the Brenna trophy and we got the box. And that box we can give back to Hildir now. I dread trying to kill Geierhofer, the mountain boss in the Howling Cavern. That thing is a nuisance. Hildir. And once we give back that box to Hildir, we will activate the new raid, and it won't go away anyways. So Brenna will come with some skellies and all of that stuff in that raid. And that means now we have more fun. There, gay. And now, magically, all of the goods appear on this side, and there is 2 more boxes to be found. One in the Howling Cavern, and one in the Seal Tower. So now we can go and buy some more goods. Let's see, I want the purple cap, I think. And the tied headscarf. Okay, that is what we gonna put on the heads of our pet rocks, Sasso e Pietra. Okay, let's go. And then we have a fancy trophy to be hung. Okay, now let's see. Oh, look. Pietra is traurig. Is sad. There we go. Got a little head here. Ah, again. There. Cute! What's with you? Come on. Okay. There we got it. So we have some. I had to sneeze again. We have some stones. We have some feathers. So we have some arrows. We have some trophies. We have to think about where we want to hang that one. We've got some yellow mushrooms. And we've got some more bones. And that is some more money. Okay. There we go. That's that. Okay, now they are both happy again. Nice. So, repair all of the stuff. And then, yeah, we have to find that trophy again. That golem trophy, and to that end, I think our boat is down here, which is pretty close to the south. That is quite nice, I think. But we do have our pocket portal somewhere here. And I think we're gonna go on doing things over there. It's in the mountains, and we want to finish looking at that mountain there, if the weather permits. Yeah. And probably we find that missing trophy. We can always hope, can't we? Okay, let me have a look. We have been to that side here. It's all mist, so we're gonna go that way. Not particularly keen on finding a golem right now, this moment, because I forgot to bring the iron mace and the frostner, which would be quite difficult to defeat a golem without. But I do think there is a golem around these parts somewhere. Oh, there is Skellies for a change. Yeah, there is a golem. Take all of that. And we gonna go. We can come back there and do things to that golem up there once I get back with the appropriate weapons. Forgetting to bring the right weapons. And the question is, where do we hang the Brenna trophy? Should we hang that in the forest home? Because technically Brenna belongs to the forest. Or should we hang it here in our mountain home? Because I don't think anybody could try to defeat Brenna prior to having reached mountain gear. Well, anybody is a harsh word, because there are people who can do it naked and with a knife. But like, I can't. Okay, I simply can't decide. I think I would want to hang it here in the mountains. We could probably... Well, there is not a really good spot to hang it here, is it? Could hang her here. For now. Let's get that trophy and hang it there, just so we can see what it looks like. Like, I have nothing else really good to hang there right now. There, it's flaming, it's burning. Okay. And I think I need to have another look at that here, because I want to see Iron Tower shield. There is really no other shield there than the silver shield. And here we have not defeated a serpent, a sea serpent yet. So we don't have the scale tower shield. Now what do we do? It is too late to really go back to the mountain. But I do not have anything useful to be doing here either. We are quite high here on this. Not as high that we were above the cloud layer, but quite high. Well, what to do? I think we're gonna go sleep and have a short break for me to drink something. And then we go back to the mountain and defeat that golem and get us that missing golem trophy, I think. Gonna be right back. Okay, we're back. I think you can tell that I'm a little bit aimless with the mountains. It is, I think, my least favorite biome. And yeah, it is a little bit difficult for me. There is not much to be done other than collecting those trophies, and not much decoration to be had. Yeah, so gonna do something about that golem, I think. and hope our best and that we get that trophy real soon, because it's getting a little old and I'd like to go on. That was the wrong portal. That was the number 8 portal. I needed to go through the pocket portal. I think it's time we were able to kill Mother and go on to the plains, which is one of my favorite biomes. So yeah. Don't get me wrong, I think that house is quite nice, but let's mark that so we can find it again. But I generally do not like the mountains all that much. So, yeah. There's that. Now where is that golem? It should be somewhere here. There it is. It is not difficult to defeat them, it's just time consuming. Again, no trophy. What a pity. Okay, let's get the portal, and go on. I can hear wolves. I sure do hope we have good weather in the mountains for the day, because running around in the mountains in shitty weather is no fun. But what we essentially are doing is just find more golems, I guess. There's not much else left to be done. We are not capable of going through the mountains in the night on hard mode. So we rather not. We're gonna come back and finish off Fenring once we have gained a little more armor. Because in the night we got starred wolves, and even with 2 stars and a lot of drakes and all of that jazz, and I don't feel confident to brave the mountains with that conditions. So we just don't. Is that a frost cave? It is. Okay, let's mark it. Not gonna... no, we're gonna shoot that nastiness first. Not gonna go in because no need. We have more than enough of the stuff to be had in there. We're gonna just wander aimlessly and find more golems and wolves, I guess. We have been to this side already. Please don't turn nasty on me, weather. not keen on running around here in the snowstorm. Oh my, got more of those here. Get out of the way here. I'm out of arrows. What the frickin'? That is unfortunate. I have not checked on my arrows here. Okay, we've got to have more arrows then. Because that is no fun running around in the mountains with the drakes with no arrows. I could make some obsidian arrows. Yeah, we only had a few iron arrows from the swamp. Should make a bunch obsidian arrows. Obsidian and... oh, we can leave that here. And wood and feathers. Obsidian arrows. Let me have... oh, well, that's not enough wood. We have 100 of those and we'll be good. There. It's the wood. All wood. Found that when I fought that golem. There we go. It's gonna be quite a step up from the mountains to the plains. And when I'm playing a normal settings, I usually use the Fenris armor in the plains all the way. But I found out the hard way that is not such a good idea when you're playing on hard, because those mosquitoes, I can tell ya, they hit hard on hard. So I think we're gonna take Radatask and the wolf armor to the plains. I might even think about using the route west, because the biggest problem in the plains is not the fooling. The biggest problem in the plains, the mosquitoes. Oh, that's two. I'm on the upslope. Stupidness. Yeah. And there is an anti-sting concoction you can make to repel the mosquitoes, but it can only be made after you've got a lot of experience in the plains. So basically at a time where they are merely a nuisance and nothing else. So that is not very helpful. Oh, there seems to be something else there. Probably skellies. And you're dead. Okay. From a freeze gland perspective, we do not have any problems here. There's another egg here. Now what's down there? Yeah, well, probably just skelly. A very dead skelly. And now the weather is turning. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. That is nonsense. You can't see things here and... Nah, I don't wanna. There we go. Instead, we might want to go to our boat and see about further fishing opportunities. I did see a few trollfish in the water when we approached that landmass there. So maybe. You see all the stuttering here that's going on. That's really a nuisance. Okay, boat. Maybe I should rename that number 9, just in case. See what we find over there. Go walking a little bit. And just have a look around here a little bit. There is the mist. That is quite a little bit of a forest here. I cannot go too far because I don't have a portal with me. But that looks not bad here. And then there is the plains. So the mist goes on the other side there. And I cannot really tell if that mistlands here is interesting or no. Gonna go have a little bit of a sneak here. There is land we could build things on. We could plant stuff there. But all in all, it is hard to tell what's going on there and if it's interesting. What is that there? That's still forest here. It's just enshrouded in the mist. Uh-huh. Yeah, that is a forest thing, and then there is more forest trees over there. It's hard to tell how much really there is. And then there to the other side we do have the plains, and those are I could sneak in there and get some cloudberries, but then again, not really decided if I want to really live here. It is not like it is overwhelming me, and I think I have to build something here. It's not a super nice place to be, that is for sure. Not very fond of it. I can hear some fooling there. So yeah, we better go home, and we're gonna leave the number 8 portal here. And I think we're gonna go on searching for another place. I'm not super happy and stoked with that here. What? Muppet, come here. Yeah. Well, we're gonna leave the number 9 portal here, I think. Let's see. Let's rename that 9. And gonna attack that 9. Oops, there we go. Yeah. I'm not hyped by that. It is an option to go there and have more mistlands to be exploring, but it is not like, wow, that is so cool. It is not. So we've got that. Can't do nothing with those totem puffs anyways before we get to that stage. So get all of that sorted. Repair all my stuff. Might want to visit some of the traders to exchange that stuff here for monies, because it's getting full here. Yeah, we're gonna go sleep and I'm gonna have a short break here. Just give me a second, gonna be right back. Okay, we are back. And it is still snowing. No, it isn't. It let up. Gonna go back there, I think. And go to the mountains another time. Yeah, the weather is okay. I hope it doesn't turn on us again. More drakes up there. Yeah, we need to go that direction. Gonna take my portal crafting bench, and then we're gonna try and shoot some of those. Oh, that was way too high. That one. That one. That was too low. And that one got alerted to us, probably. Too high. Okay, got that. No, that one? Come on. Target shooting. There we go. There is an egg up there, that's why. And gonna collect more freeze glands. And hope for another golem somewhere. There is a house, and houses do often contain golems. Well, not contain, but in the area there is often a golem. Here's a box. Well, more things for us, and a no golem. But more drakes over there. Well, I'm gonna leave them be and go that way. There is quite a lot of dragon eggs on this mountain, and therefore there are a lot of drakes around here. There is more here. Drakes there. It's us. Well, no wonder. Gonna shoot the other ones too. And there, that is the frost cave we already marked. And then there is the end of the mountain, I think, because I can see mist there. That could be an interesting place to build a base too. With a mountain here. And the mistlands here. More drakes. Just more drakes. Trying to decide if those mistlands here would be interesting. There seems to be... Aha, that is where we came in. And then here are some mistlands here. And some mistlands there. I would want to probably run here to see what's going on. There is another frost cave there, and there is a wolf somewhere. I heard it. I can't see it. Thought I heard a wolf. And I can hear fooling. Somewhere down there. Okay. Interesting enough, maybe we overlooked it. There is no frost cave on that side. That is interesting. But really there is no golems. That is why we are running around here in the first place. So there's that. This is quite a boring mountain, I have to say. That is why we came up. There is Skeeto down there and the fooling. I don't want to go there. I think we're gonna return to the mother portal and get the heck out of here. There is other mountains. We do live on one. We could go around there and see if we would find some golems there. Because this here is really not interesting. Nonetheless, I should be aware of my stamina a little more. Because there could be wolves. I sure do hear some. Okay, this is M2. We're gonna change that real quick to unmarked and get M2 in our portal house, and then we can run our rocket portal out of that mountain. Change that to M2. And we're gonna change the other one back to M2 and then... yeah. Undecided. We can always come back here if we want to, but... that was not very interesting. That is, that one. And we have seen all of that one. And then there is that one. That is not far enough out that those planes could be in any shape and form adjacent to Mistlands. And that one is not making me super happy. So I guess we're gonna take our boat once more. And I have half a mind to postpone getting that stupid trophy. And go sailing for a little bit longer. Because I don't think that that will make me happy to live here. So we gonna, oh wait, we gonna be probably doing something else. We're gonna be trying to catch some fish. Got a lot of stuff in my pocket. The mossy fish bait. There we go. Because I saw there are some trollfish. There is a super big one that we will not be able to get out, but there is quite a lot of smaller ones too, so that thing is a beast that is really big. Look at that monster of a trollfish, like I don't even know what level that would be. That is so big. Okay, we caught 4 and they come in shoals of 5. So probably that is it for here. That big monster can't be caught by us. We're gonna go sailing. Look at that. I think that is a level 4 at least. And the wind is coming from the land side, so we're gonna be turning around. And I think we're gonna go that way and see what we can find there. We have a little bit of time left. We might just be able to find new land and maybe another place in a forest where we can park our boat and find something better. Mistlands do look interesting with the mountain there, but I'm not so super keen on that plains there to build a base. So probably we will be killing Mother and going to the plains and come back to get that missing mountain trophy a little bit later. Because to be honest, I get bored now by the mountains. They are no much fun. We are in plains, we have nasty weather in the plains. Can't see what's going on. And all the gear we have right now, we're gonna have to carry for a while longer. There is no bow that I would want to have before we get to the Mistlands. There is no bow in the plains. And that means we have to keep the Draugr, which is mountain type here. And we do have a stupid wind shift here. Like it's in the face where we want to go. We do not want to land here. Don't. So we are reduced to paddling through the misty plains. Not liking it. We have been having a lot of bad luck with sailing, with bad weather, not being able to see due to fog. I have high hopes for that wegweser we saw from the boat next to that village back there. So probably we are not in trouble here finding Yagluth, because you can't see anything in that. If there was the altar somewhere there, I couldn't even see it. And we are soon running out of time. And there is everything plains here. So we might have to sail through the night, which is something I do not like to do. Given my luck, we not only have night, we also have storm. And the wind changed again and it is head on now, which does not make it easier. Oh, maybe we get out a little bit more and catch some ocean, so we can at least see what we're doing. Come on, give me some ocean game. It's getting dark, it's getting late. There is not much else being more stupid than sailing in the fog. That is sailing in the fog at night. There is no ocean to be had here. That's all plains here. I'm a bit afraid I'm gonna run close to land there. Yeah, there is land there. I saw it on the mini-map just now. There. I can't even see it because the stupidness here. There ought to be some oceans somewhere. Running out of rested buff. There is not. All plains. Now it's ocean. Now please dissolve that mist so that I can at least see. Well, as much as I can see in the night. There is clouds. There is some meadows there. There is like nothing, and there is a night spawn snake. It hasn't seen us, hopefully. It will be gone in the morrow anyways. There is another one of those islands. Like here. I do hate sailing in the night. I can't see. Oh no, if you are able to make things out, but I can't. All those clouds at the horizon. I might running straight at land and I'd never see it. Well, gonna aim for that here, I think. There is some swamp here. And we are back to plains where I can't see a nothing. Gonna keep a little bit more to the swamp trees there, then try and not run aground. Black forest. Okay, black forest. Yeah, sounds promising. Gimme land. Let me find some place where I can. That is a little too small. Oh, there. There we've got a little bit of black forest, but yeah, this is not working. Like that is all plains over there. For sure. We can only die here. Like, look at that. Game spawned in a shaman right on that tiny patch of... Oh, no. Gonna go that way, probably. Hope for the best. Can't see anything. There might be land there. Might not. That looks like plains there. So we gonna turn again. Thankfully, the night only lasts 9 minutes. Oh, we are back to seeing nothing because there is plains and there's fog in the plains. Okay. I might as well stand still here and hope for the best. I hope we do have some food. Yeah, we do. super cheap food, but food. So we are at least not at 25 HP. That looks like a forest over there. That looks very much like forest. A little bit of forest adjacent to some swamp and some plains. We're gonna go there nonetheless and hope for the best. I mean, it cannot get any worse than sailing around in the night seeing nothing. And if we put our portal on that stone there, we might just be able to go home. We have to remember to bring back more food for the boat, because this is saving our life in the end, I think. What is running around there and fighting? I sure do hope that that is only skellies and nothing more nasty than that. Yeah, it's skellies, okay. Okay. There we go. I'm gonna leave that here. And go home real fast. And I do hate sailing in the night, because you can't see what you're doing. That is the thing there. Well, I can live with that little bit of health there for sailing, but we gotta take more food and deposit that in the boat, because being out there with no food, that would be pretty nasty. Gonna drop that stuff down here real quick, and then we gone. Well, that was an odd sailing trip. Do I want to leave a portal here? I think not. Just gonna get all of my stuff together and get out of here. Morning fog in the Black Forest. Okay. No. There is... we have to go that way. Because I think that's the only way we can get past that landmass here. We can probably get through here. Or we have to go all the way around here. So wait a bit, we have another nasty in shift. Need to go that way. Well, that was the wrong button. Old swamp here. At least we can see better now. Yeah, that is nasty. Because that means back to paddling. Well, if we're paddling anyways, might just as well paddle in the direction we really want to go. And I'm not even sure that there is a way that we can get through there. Like, what I'm thinking about is getting through here. And I don't think that will work. Does not look like there is a passage there. If you look at the horizon there, it looks like there is mistlands all the way. Maybe there? Not sure. Not sure at all. But going by what I can see on the left side of the screen, that would be a quite narrow passage there. So I think that is all one long thing here going down here. There might be a passage somewhere, but is it worth trying to find it? I don't think so. The only bet would be right there. We are not yet far down south enough to get to Red Waters, but I don't think that that really does merit the effort. So we are going to turn around again, catch the wind and go. Please don't tell me that the wind shifted yet again. You know what? This is getting a nuisance because now we've got the nastiest of weathers on the ocean and I want to go there. Like, somewhat. And hope there is nothing in our way because I can't see anymore. Sorry for a super boring. We are losing time on the ocean and doing nothing more than babble about the bad weather. Maybe I should shut up and just let you enjoy the view. A little bit frustrated here because this does help nothing to find things. At least we got some wind. Okay, we are back up here. So we might try that way. That would be back to paddling again. I think I can see some swamp trees that way. Or I hallucinated some swamp trees that way. Hard to say. Catching a tiny sliver of wind here. And the 9 minutes for waiting for the wind to shift is not done yet. So we are back to paddling. Go more to the west and see if we can find something there. There seems to be something, but it is really hard to tell in this weather. Maybe it's just clouds. The sun glitters are that way, so we are on the afternoon side again. there land or no? Can't tell. Sometimes you can see things out of the corner of your eye somewhat when you look at the horizon and you look at the sides of the screen. You can see things, make out things there. But this is just, there's nothing. It's all ocean. And you would think there would be probably something. Like we had land here. There is nothing. And we are running late again. Is that land? Is that anything? Can't tell. I really can't. Okay, now we're in the plains. And the mist is dissolving, and there's the sun. Okay, we've got a little bit of time left. That over there seems to be swamp, or is it? Think we might want to head more in that direction. That looks more like plains here. That is no swamp. That is plain. Okay, that way we can catch a little bit of wind at least. How am I supposed to find a place to build a base when I can't find the land I want to find? Again, we're gonna sail into the night, I think, because the sun is setting. And that is Mistlands. That is Mistlands there. Ooh, I'm gonna run at that one. Let's turn. And the wind shifted yet again. Like, what is going on here? The wind is shifting so much. Every 2.5 minutes you get a different wind direction. So, that is not helpful because it's plains. And it is too late. And I guess that is gonna be plains too. Okay, we're back on the ocean and at least now the fog cleared. But the wind shifted again and we are back to paddling again. That is swamp. That is a lot of tiny little islands there. Like we have been around there, we see swamp here, we saw swamp here. That is not a big landmass. I'm gonna have to sail through the night again. And being so far out, more plains. That is a lot of trees over there. That might as well be meadows, hopefully. No, I don't think. Could be. It is a lot of trees. Give me some meadows, game, please. It looks decidedly green. I think this is meadows. Yeah, it is. Well, thank you, game. I think we gonna leave it at that with sailing for a while because I get a little bit frustrated with the weather here. There is nasty stuff happening there. We are not on the strong side at all. I don't know what is killing what and why there. There's Draugr. There's Odin. Look at that, there is Odin. Came for a visit here, standing watching us. could eat another bite. Yeah, I do have to eat another bite here, or gonna be dying. I'm gonna be dying. Because with 30 HP, I shouldn't have looked at Odin so intensely. Should have looked to get my stuff together here. Got me again, that bugger. Okay, we've got a workbench somewhere here. And we've got a portal, and we've got some furniture. Okay. Now I wonder if Odin is still there. No, he isn't. Well, haven't seen that one in a while. Let's go home. Okay, I think we're gonna go to bed. We're gonna have a short break, and I'm gonna be right back. Okay, I'm back. I think now I'm curious. I wanna see what killed what when. There, where we landed in the meadows, and I think by daylight we could find a little bit more interesting things there. But we're gonna have to cook first, because we are out of ice cream. And we do have a lot of junk in our pockets that we do not want to carry around. Like that. Okay, let's make more ice cream. Well, ice and wait, we out of... Okay, we out of treat cans because I dropped them. Stupid me. There we go. Okay, that is 5 more ice cream. Gonna leave 4 here and take 1 of that and 1 of that. And then we drop the remainder in the basement. And 2 ice too, and the 5 wood. So that's our pocket bottle. And then we leave the boat there and go see, look a little bit around there. Oh, there is a snowstorm in the mountain again. So let's name that boat. And we're gonna go back. Oh well. Wait. We're gonna do that different. Gonna take the boat portal over to where the boat actually is, or I'm gonna search for my boat. Might as well leave it here after I get rid of that one. Bench, furniture, and a boat portal. There, boat. Also, we still need some stuff here. There is things that died here last night, but I can't see any glittering here. There. What did die here? A lot of boars got killed by what? Some skellies? Probably. Ah, that's a boar stone, that's why. More bow meat. Okay. I'm more interested in the leather than the boar meat, but that's okay too. Okay, we've got meadows here. Okay. Gonna take the leather. Very helpful. We will be running low on leather anyways. I don't need that urgently. What else is here? That's a pretty big meadows next to some plains. I think this could not be very big because we have been on the other side there. I'm just gonna run a straight line up, more or less, and see where that takes us. Look at it. Okay. That's interesting. So how far out from center are we here? Sorry, pretty far. You are a little annoying. So, could there be some mistings around here? I wonder. That looks like forest to me. There is a big old... Oh, wait a little bit. I'll have to do something about my stamina first. I have been running so much. Okay, more eyes. More of everything. Okay, let's set up the portal here. Get that stuff home. Can't even carry it all. We can leave the... What is that? What is glittering here? Dandelion. Okay, not keen on that. Let's drop all of that off real quick and then we go on. Dropping stuff in our basement all the time here. Forgot to leave the food at the boat again. Let me do that real quick. And what a nasty weather in the mountains. There, that's what I wanted to do. And while we are here, we can take that with and jump that home. There we go. Now back to the meadows and the forest. Find another Rocky. Probably. Maybe. What's in the box in there? Oh, there is one of you. Okay. Now let's see where that leads. Is the weather going to turn nasty on us here? It is. So it's not that big that way. I want to go that way. Skellies. Muppet. Skellies and Muppet. More skellies. That silver sword is really good against skellies, but I usually don't make it. Okay, we've got a mountain here. Great ones. There's a shaman too. Okay, I think it's time to put up a portal again. Because we are collecting stuff faster than you can say jibbity-doo. That is in the mountains already. I'm gonna be busy putting away all of that stuff. Look at that. Staircase is filling up. Okay. So we reached a mountain to the west. Okay, south then. Just follow the mountain south. This is looking suspicious here. Yeah, that's plain. Okay. Try not to get killed here, though. There are Muppets again. They throwing stones at me. I can see because there is so many trees. Okay, we're back to meadows. And then there is the plains. Can the weather please change? Nasty weather in meadows too. Oh, there is plains too. Okay, be careful. There's things dying from a mosquito. You go play with that mosquito, I go away. Thank you very much. I'm not keen on having that on my back. The thing that Mosquito was busy killing Grey Dwarfs. Okay, yeah, we have seen that. Okay. So we have plains here and we have plains here. And I'm not inclined to do more sailing anytime soon. Because I'm a little bit frustrated with sailing right now. So we're gonna go home and pick up all of the jazz we dropped, put it away orderly, and then we're gonna end the episode there, I think. And I really have to apologize for one episode that is so damn boring. Oh, let me drop off that portal here. Because I do need that. Okay, we have some trophies, so we do have some food. And some arrows. Okay, I think that was everything here now. Can have that portal back, please. Okay. And then there is bones. And money. They're happy. Look at it. Nice. And these. Okay, that's everything. We did put away all the stuff. Might want to get some of the stones out there. A lot of stones. And then we're gonna stand right in front of our bed and say our goodbyes. Let's see. Okay, that's that. Back to a normal rhythm. Yeah, we got everything here. And with that, I'm gonna bid you a good night. I hope you liked this episode nonetheless. It was a lot of sailing around in stupid conditions. And I'm not even sure that we gained all that much insight by it, but it is what it is. That's a long play. You see what I'm doing. Without any cuts, without any editing. So if you liked it, give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more of my content, I promise not every episode is that boring. Give it a subscribe, ring the bell so you get notified whenever I upload, and I do upload quite a lot. So yeah, that was this episode, and we're gonna go on in the next one. I think we're gonna prepare the mother altar for killing her and try to go on and come back, get that missing trophy later. With that, I bid you good night, and I'm gonna be back with new shenanigans in the 10th world real soon. Bye!